Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Dr. Randall Sasa. I am an associate professor of nursing here at Queensborough Community College. I have the pleasure and the privilege to serve as your Master of Ceremonies today. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the college, as well as the Student Nurse Association, I welcome you all to this candle lighting ceremony in honor of the graduating class of Fall 2023 of Queensborough Community College of the City University of New York. Ladies and gentlemen, please give our graduates a round of applause. Thank you, everyone. I invite everyone to rise for the national anthem of the United States. The national anthem will be led by one of our graduates, Doris Onwuka, after which, please remain standing for the invocation to be led by Professor Philip Nilan. Doris?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say thus the star-spangled banner yet wave. Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let us pray. Good and loving God, we come before you this afternoon and ask your blessings upon these wonderful and soon-to-be nurses as they celebrate this remarkable day and all their achievements. May they never forget this day and all they did to achieve this milestone. And as nurses, may they always remember that each and every person placed in their care is a person in need. Give them calming words to offer those whose hearts are heavy. Give them the ability to bring comfort to those who are in pain, physically and emotionally. Give them hearts full of compassion to recognize that each person is a unique and precious gift. Give them the ability to always find joy in the work that they do, and may all their days be filled with joy, happiness, laughter, and love. For this we pray.
Members of the audience, you may take your seat. Graduates, please take your seat. Allow me to preface this celebration by wishing everyone a very happy new year. May this 2024 be peaceful, prosperous, and productive for us all. Let us pause for a few seconds to send prayers to our brothers and sisters in Israel, Palestine, and Ukraine who are caught in the middle of armed conflict in their land. Thank you very much. We are here today to celebrate the achievements of these 38 young men and women who bravely responded to and surmounted the challenges of nursing school. These nurses are entering the profession at a very interesting time. The past 3 years has marked a significant depletion of our nursing staff between retirements and resignations. According to the American Nurses Association, the average age of a nurse in 2020 was 52, and 1/5 of the workforce expressed a desire to retire in the coming 5 years. Another interesting development that we need to be mindful of is artificial intelligence and automation. According to some estimates by Goldman Sachs, 300 million jobs will be lost or downgraded because of AI and automation. But guess what job will not be affected by automation and AI? Any guess? That's right, nursing. So you will never be out of a job. You have to be safe and compassionate, though. Truly, no machine or computer algorithm can do the complex and back-breaking work that nurses do. Nurses take care of 6 to 8 patients in med-surg, and that's 15 to 30 in the emergency room. You respond to endless concerns and demands by family members and physicians and orchestrate the whole operations of the nursing unit. All that while somehow managing to smile, hold your bladder, provide genuine presence, and even hold the patient's hands when it matters the most. The work of a nurse is tough, and for this reason, nursing school is equally tough. The knowledge, skills, and attitudes of the nurse in the bedside is directly linked to recuperation or exacerbation, if not life or death. Our graduating students have earned their stripes and have proven that they have what it takes to be part of the most trusted profession in the United States for over 2 decades now. This day marks the epiphany of QCC nursing class of fall 2023. In this solemn ceremony, the college presents to the public our nursing graduates who will soon be sent out into the world to take care of the sick and the infirm. Before we go any further, I would like to acknowledge nurses, doctors, and other healthcare workers who are in attendance today. Please stand and be recognized. Faculty. So just as I described, the life of a healthcare worker is difficult, and we know and appreciate all the hard work that you do. I also would like to acknowledge other essential workers, paramedics, firefighters, police officers, members of the armed forces, both active and retired. If you are with us today, please stand up and be recognized. We thank you for your service. Dr. Kristen Mangino, President of Queensborough Community College, will now deliver her welcome address. Dr. Mangino.
So I'd like to welcome the family and friends of our students to Queensborough Community College. And to our students, you did it. You make us proud. The faculty are proud of your accomplishments. Your family and friends are proud of your accomplishments. But what is most important is that you are proud of your accomplishments. This was not an easy journey. For the family and friends, the competition to get into any nursing program is fierce, and the rigor involved in staying in the program is extremely challenging. Not everyone makes it to a pinning ceremony. And for our graduates, when you think back to your first day at QCC, learning to navigate the campus, not knowing anyone, and wondering if all the rumors about how hard it is to get into the nursing program are really true. Now you know how to navigate our campus. You've made amazing friends who will be with you forever. And yes, it is very competitive to be accepted to the nursing program, but you did it. All those late nights studying and completing the last-minute paper, the hours spent in the library, and all those times you missed with your family while you did an assignment for class or prepared for your clinical rotations. Today, you will always remember this moment. And this is what you have worked so hard to get to. So take a minute to appreciate it and all the effort it took to get here. And before you start worrying about what you're going to do next, take tomorrow to revel in this amazing accomplishment. Spend some of that missed time with family and friends, and be proud of this incredible achievement. And after you've finished celebrating this achievement, you will join the ranks of healthcare professionals who are dedicating their lives to caring for others. You will be taking the knowledge that you learned at QCC, the skills that you have honed, and the confidence that you have developed, and you will make us proud. And I hope that each of you love your job as much as I love mine. And a special thank you to the faculty and staff who have helped you along your journey. And they are as dedicated to see you through this journey as you have been to make it to the end. So thank you to the faculty for sharing your knowledge, your wisdom, and your passion. And from everyone at Queensborough Community College, a sincere congratulations for making it here today.
Thank you, Dr. Mangino. Dr. Susan Reichert, Chairperson of the Department of Nursing, will deliver her address.
Well, fall class of 23, here you are, official graduates. Can you guys hear me? Official graduates of the Queensborough Community College Nursing Program. You did it. Well done. Every single one of you should be beaming with pride. We know that your family and friends are, as too are we, your nursing faculty at QCC. Our entire nursing department team has had the honor and privilege of working with you these past semesters, watching you grow and blossom into who you are today, cheering you on the sidelines all along the way. Know that you will always be a part of our QCC family, and we will always be here for you. To family and friends, we personally thank you for making this day possible. Your support, encouragement, patience, and love, your graduates know this. They and we applaud you. Applaud them. Above all, we want to thank the graduates themselves. Despite the persisting uncertainty through the lingering pandemic, you still chose to become nurses. That takes strength and courage, two essential qualities of being a nurse. Little did you know that you would need that strength, courage, and perseverance to successfully complete our nursing program. Not an easy task at all. Many of you met trials and tribulations, sacrifices, tears, and doubt along the way, but you made it here through self-determination and resiliency. take a moment to think of what it took for you to get here and how much you've accomplished in such a short time. Sitting on this stage, you're a living testimony that you can do anything you set your minds to. Now, graduates, remember that nursing also chose you. It is a calling that requires a caring heart, wisdom, courage, compassion, empathy, and teamwork. It's not a solo job, as you've learned from your time with us. All our lives are gifts, but what we choose to do with them is our gift in return. Today is the perfect time to remember this. Your gift is now to change the lives and health of our communities, to touch and leave an imprint on countless patients' hearts along your path. Our nursing fingerprints never fade from the lives we touch. As you light your candles today, remember to always keep that light shining brightly with each and every patient. They and our world need you. Now, future nurses, take all the knowledge we've bestowed upon you and give our patients the best care possible. We know that you will, because you are graduates of the Queensborough Community College Nursing Program, and you can do anything. Well done.
Thank you, Dr. Reichert. The graduating class has selected Dr. Carlene Byfield to deliver the congratulatory address. Dr. Byfield?
Dr. Mangino, Dr. Reichert, distinguished guests, faculty and nursing staff, parents, friends and family, graduates. Graduates, why are you here? I pose the question to force you to examine your purpose and to invoke a sense of appreciation for your journey. Many of you embarked a journey that was uncertain and unknown. I can only imagine how challenging it was for you to adjust to the various accents, cultures, and the people or things that you perceived as different. Seeking and finding your own place in the newness of your nursing adventure, while cultivating a balance in your off-campus life must have been very difficult. Along the way, you made friends, you lost yourself, some of you found yourself, you established relationships and partnership that kept you engaged and fueled your mission. The diversity of your individual purpose did not impede your ability to create and become a part of the class of fall 2023 community that you established. You quickly embraced an unified goal of making it through the nursing program. And today, graduates, you are here. Why are you here? It is no doubt that you have established lifelong friendships and lasting memories. However, I am equally convinced that your journey was not exclusive of unwelcomed challenges and perplexities, yet you made it here. You could have chosen to quit at your first anatomy and physiology class, where you learned that you have to know all the bones and muscles of the body and their functions. You could have chosen to quit when the complexity and difficulty increased as you transitioned from Nursing 101 to Nursing 102. As if that wasn't enough, you were asked to deliver nursing care to a mannequin who bleeds, coughs, and actually have a pulse. You could have chosen to quit on that day when it was raining and you got to the bus stop only to see the bus you were to be on pulling off. You missed the bus by 1 minute and as a result got to clinical 30 minutes late. Your clinical instructor pulled you aside, reminded you of the attendance policy, and counseled you about professionalism. The frustration that you experienced at that moment could have led you to quit. But you didn't. You are here. You could have chosen to quit when your child became sick and you had to spend the entire night at the emergency department and attend class the following day. You could have chosen to quit when the responsibilities of caring for a family member became physically taxing while the demand for study time increased. You could have chosen to quit when your supervisor at work refused to accommodate your work schedule. There were financial challenges, births, deaths, challenges with being a parent and a student, the breadwinner and a student, the caretaker and a student. But as I speak of these challenges, taken from my anecdotal that were real and specific to this cohort, I remind you, you are here. It is these same adversities that have prepared you for the workforce, where you will utilize your experiences and strengths to heal, encourage, empower, uplift, comfort, educate, and motivate your patients and their families. A great writer once said, "It is the existence of darkness why we are able to appreciate light." Graduates, remember, in every walk of life, there is the possibility to encounter dark moments or storms. We have no control of the storms that we may encounter, but as Jimmy Dean said, we can only adjust our sail to reach our destination. As a young girl growing up on the islands in elementary school, I complained about the homework that I received. It was just way too much. It was nice and sunny out in the evenings, and it was my opinion that school began at 8 a.m. and ended at 3:30 p.m. So after 3:30 p.m. should be time for something else, such as playing with friends. I complained to my aunt, a teacher, about the after-school workload. How silly was I to complain to a teacher? Her response was, "The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward through the night." I rolled my eyes. Here we go again, another after-school lecture. Anyone here from the islands? What would happen if you got caught rolling your eyes at your aunt? Graduates, you are here because of those same words written by Henry Longfellow. You toiled and have earned your seat on this stage. Along your journey, You learn to see beyond an individual's outfit. You instinctively see the vein distension, the edema, the yellow eyes and skin, the increased work of breathing, the barrel chest, the abnormal round shape of the nail bed, the red butterfly-shaped rash over the cheeks and nose. Sorry, graduates, but I am not worried about the questions that you may have later about the meaning of these conditions, because I know you have the answers. So when your relatives ask you, what did those things mean? Stand tall and tell them, I am a Queensborough graduate. As you sit here and reflect on the healthcare professional that you have become, I applaud you, and I urge you to wear the uniform with pride. I urge you to utilize your brilliant and innovative ideas to advance the practice of nursing with the inclusion of passion and purpose. There is a very popular 19th century fairy tale that I find to be very motivating. The story, retold by Hans Christian Andersen, is of a duckling that was hatched along with his brothers and sisters. The duckling was ridiculed and ostracized because it was perceived by his brothers and sisters as being ugly. The duckling spent a fall and winter wandering as it suffered through fear, loneliness, and sadness. It wasn't until the spring when the duckling flew away, met up with some swans, and realized that he too was a beautiful swan. As a Queensborough graduate entering the workforce, I stand here proud to remind you that you will be different. I made this statement based on the feedback that the nursing department is consistently receiving from our clinical partners. Your skills will be superior, and your level of professionalism will be outstanding. I know that you've asked me to congratulate you, and I am truly honored. However, I refuse to do this alone. Nursing faculty, wherever you are, please stand. Please remain standing and extend your right hand to the graduates. Dr. Sasa, Professor Nealon, please extend your right hand to the graduates. Graduates, we ask of you to try to find your own place in the profession. Do not conform to the status quo. If you ever find yourself in a situation as the ugly duckling, fear, loneliness, sadness, continue to maintain the standards of practice and know that the nursing faculty at Queensborough will continue to support you along your professional journey. You are now and will always be a part of the Queensborough nursing family. Thank you, faculty, and thank you, graduates, for choosing us. Graduates, take a look at your hands. Go ahead. Look at your hands. Look at them hands. Look at them very closely, because it is those very same hands of yours that will frequently bridge the gap between life and death. You have now empowered yourselves to allow God to work through you for the healing of your brothers and sisters that you will serve in healthcare. This is no ordinary task. You have crossed your ocean. You have climbed your mountain, You are now at the top looking down. But I urge you to continue to challenge higher mountains. Let us never consider ourselves finished. Nurses, we must be learning all our lives. A quote from Florence Nightingale. The journey that you traveled from NU 101 to today was long and tedious. I can't promise you that the work will be easy, but I can promise you that it will be worth it. No matter how difficult the day may get, never forget the reason why you became a nurse. If there is ever a day that you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you will find the truth that the hero lies in you. Mariah Carey. Why are you here? Your resilience and tenacity has gotten you this far. Your purpose was greater than the challenges that you encountered. You are here because you belong here. You are here because you didn't dream about success. You worked hard for it. The words of Estee Lauder. Graduates, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Dr. Byfield. Wasn't that wonderful? After that speech, you got blessed by 10 nurses. Now you got Professor Fitzgerald's acumen in fluids and electrolytes. You got Professor Molloy's prowess and acumen in pediatrics. Professor Nealon and Dr. Byfield's expertise in med-surg. And you got my fashion sense, so that's a nice, a nice extra. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for the candle lighting ceremony. In this rite of passage, the graduates will light a candle and take a solemn vow to the public whom they will serve. The graduates will be assisted by Ms. Diane Arfston and Ms. Audrey Maroney during candle lighting. Please be advised that we will dim the lights, so take your seats. I am a nurse, but I do not want to work as a nurse right now. And if you have children with you, please tell them of what is about to happen. And also, please hold your applause until the name of the last graduate is called. You will have plenty of time to express your love and appreciation to your graduate. And on that note, let the magic begin. Winbin Fun. Andres Felipe Saldarriaga. Jessica Marvin. Kristen Martinelli. Doris Chibuzo Onwuka. Wanidia Ugwa. Nikki Satari. Kirandeep Kaur. Kenita Williams. Amir Al-Saidi. David Moon. Lucas Kang. Isabel Santiago. Namra Mujtaba. Susu Wu. Zenova S. Davis. Lamia Al-Saidi. Millie Chu Q. Cecilia Ramos Hernandez. Na Lee. Skylar Garcia. Ice Lin. Kiana Hill. Stefania Luer. Vanessa Salgado. Cody Fuller. Adriana Remache. Brianna Elise Clark. Geo Park. Jessica Dabidin. Catherine Padcleb Lee. Michelle Ismailov. Shane Fleischman. Sophia Sungmi Kim. Emily Lobo Solis. Cindy Lopez. Emily Flanagan. At this time, the graduating class will recite the Nurses' Pledge. The Nurses' Pledge will be led by the officers of the Student Nurses Association, Emily Flanagan, Sophia Kim, Emily Lobo, and Cindy Lopez.
I will strive with all my being and with the help of God to become an open, honest, kind, and diversified individual. In doing so, I will attain the qualities essential in the practice of nursing. For it is only after realizing one's self-worth we are able to promote that of others. Deliverance of high-quality health care is of essential importance. But let us also reach beyond a treatment or diagnosis. And remember that entrusted to my care is a human being with the loves, hates, fears, and idiosyncrasies that are an integral part of the human species. Let me not grow too comfortable in my knowledge, but actively seek out new information or continuance of my education. Being a nurse requires continuous growth. I dedicate myself to this cause and my life to the profession of nursing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class of Fall 2023 of Queensborough Community College, Department of Nursing of the City University of New York. I told you were gonna cry. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Graduates, you may extinguish your candles. Graduates, please take your seat. Shane Fleischman, President of the Student Nurses Association, will give her farewell address. Shane?
It is my honor to welcome President Mangino, Chairperson Reichart, faculty, staff, graduates, and guests. Now that the last exam has been submitted and the last research paper written and the grades have finally posted to CUNY First, I am free for the first time in my academic career to plagiarize a little. Last spring, I attended this very same candlelighting ceremony to support some friends, and I heard one of the speakers, I believe it was even last term's outgoing SNA president, say something I'll never forget, and I'd like to share it with you now. Paraphrasing a little, of course. She said, "We all know it takes a village to raise a child, but what you might not know is that it also takes a village to raise a nurse." I was struck at the time by how true that was, and it continued to make an impression on me in our last semester here, as I heard countless times, "Yeah, my mom is coming over to watch the kids so I can study for a few hours. My husband is picking up some extra shifts, so I'm free to not work or only work part-time, and I can focus on studying." My friends were disappointed I couldn't go out and party this weekend, but they understand, they get it, I have finals. And my mentor sent me some great notes and practice questions for this topic. I'm gonna put them in the group chat for everyone. To my peers, you need to recognize and celebrate the incredible accomplishment you have achieved here today. You were the ones burning the midnight oil, writing care plans and concept maps, logging into CoursePoint and PassPoint and HESI, watching dozens of hours of Nurse Sarah videos over at registerednursern.com at YouTube, attending lab days, participating in simulations, and passing your critical element skill checks. And all of that is in addition to your actual hands-on, real-life patient care scenarios at our various clinical sites. And the culmination of all of those efforts has resulted in earning a degree that is considered among the top 10 most difficult subjects to study, right up there with law, engineering, and astrophysics. So first and foremost, I hope you all go home today and do something really wonderful for yourself. But I hope you also turn around and thank your village as well. Everyone in the auditorium today, anyone who cheered you on, the family and friends who told you they believed in you, laundered your uniforms, packed your lunches, gave you a ride to class, or distracted the kids. I hope you go home today and applaud your village as well. Finally, I would like to thank QCC. Usually around Christmas time, professional dance companies will put on a production of a ballet called The Nutcracker. As we've just left the holidays behind us, you may have seen posters or commercials advertising the show, or maybe you were lucky enough to take in a matinee yourself. In rehearsals, they give the lead ballerina a prop Nutcracker doll to carry around that weighs about 10 pounds. But once the show opens for the season, they swap that out with a 5-pound doll so that it's lighter and easier for the star to work with under the pressure of performance. As we prepare to take the state boards next month, I want to thank Queensborough for being our 10-pound Nutcracker. After completing this program, it's no surprise to me that the department boasts a, 96% NCLEX pass rate? QCC has taught us not only side effects and contraindications, but more significantly, the importance of teamwork, self-sufficiency, resourcefulness, critical thinking, and of course, the need for at least 2 reliable peer-reviewed sources. We have been well prepared with the information, tools, resources, and skills to not only pass a licensing exam, but to have long, rewarding, and impactful careers as nurses. I expect great things from the 38 people standing on this stage today. Congratulations to the fall cohort of the class of 2023.
Thank you, Shane, for that wonderful address. Talk about burning the midnight oil. You may need to do that some more for the next month or 2. We do not recommend, sitting out for too long. The NCLEX is the next big challenge, right? But it should be a comfort that our NCLEX pass rates are quite up there. If I am not mistaken, around 92, 94%, which means that 94% of you will pass if the stats hold true, which is way above the national average. And Shane, it's not 10 pounds. Did you say 10 pounds? The program is like, what, a ton? Well, anyway, thank you so much. We now proceed to the pinning ceremonies. The graduates have selected Professor Janice Molloy and Professor Christine Pagano to assist in the pinning. Ladies and gentlemen, the outgoing officers of the Student Nurses Association for Fall 2023, without whom these ceremonies would not have been possible. Thank you for your hard work. And it's a wrap. Thank you for coming today. On behalf of the nursing class of Fall 2023, as well as the faculty and staff of Queensborough Community College, thank you for partaking in this celebration. Have a wonderful day, and may God bless you this new year.